Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Saturday. You know what that means? It's time for our Saturday seance. For those of you who are new here, and by the way, welcome to the new subscribers. We've had a lot of new people join this one. Welcome to Spirit Channel. For those of you who are new here, just learning your way around, we do a video every single day, and each day has a theme. And on Saturday, we do a seance called Psychic Bob's Saturday Seance. So I want you guys to be here every Saturday, gather around. We're going to have a little spirit meeting here. And, you know, this comes out of the old spiritualist church tradition. When I was in the spiritualist church, we used to gather at people's homes on the weekend and we'd hold seances. It was always fascinating. And so we're continuing that tradition here. And, you know, with this day of social distancing, we can still do it virtually. So I want you to pull up your chairs here and gather around. And we're going to see what the spirit world has. So as I said, welcome to the new people. Every Saturday you can look forward to a little seance here. And we'll see what the spirit world has. I'm what's called a trance channel or a trance medium. I go into a trance state. Spirits overshadow my consciousness and take temporary control of my body and nervous system, and they speak through me. Now, it looks a little strange, but it's not at all scary for me. I feel very peaceful. I don't even really know what's happening. I'm kind of sleeping when it's happening. So we let them come through and see what they have. So if you're not familiar with this, you might want to research trance channeling. This has been around for thousands of years. It's not something new. And it's a way that the spirit world reaches out to us. So I welcome you. So pull up your chairs here and let's get ready for a seance. By the way, before we get into this, I should tell those of you who are new, I am a full-time professional psychic medium. I've been doing psychic work for over 30 years. Gosh, I don't know where the years go. But anyways, I was sitting here, I looked at my business card. This is my business card. Anyways, I just had it redesigned, but for those of you who haven't seen it, there it is. Bob Hickman, Psychic Medium. And if you want to call and get on my schedule, there's my phone number, 703-825-3929. That link will actually also be in the info box below this video. So if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading is you and me for a full hour. We sit down one-on-one. We discuss your soul journey, your past, your present, your future. I identify your spirit guides. I bring messages over from them. If deceased loved ones come through, I bring messages from them as well. So we cover a lot of stuff in our hour. It's an hour long. And so if you've been wanting to, you know, if you've been saying, gee, I'd love to have Psychic Bob all to myself for a full hour, well, we can do that. And we do my private readings by either telephone, Skype, Google Hangouts, and now I'm working on Zoom. So soon I'll have Zoom set up. So we've got a lot of different options. And, you know, give me a call, 703-825-3929. You can also write to me at my official email, which is also there on my card, PsychicBobHickman. Oh, it's not on there. That's my website. There's my website, PsychicBob.com. Okay, so that's my website. That link will also be below. But you can write to me at my official email as well, PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. So let's connect, okay? Well, guys, I'm glad you're here. And by the way, before we get in this, also make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd love you to be part of Spirit Channel. Well, I'm going to take down the lights. I like to work in what we call more subdued light. So I think we'll bring down the lights here, make a little softer light. I think we'll dim this light back here as well. Try to darken this just a little bit. There we go. Softer light works better for me. So I'm going to settle down and go into trance, and we'll see what the spirit world has. I'll see you when I get back. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got control of the medium's vibration. Oh, well, good to be here with all of you. This is Fletcher, top of the day to you. Well, I got to tell you, as I'm looking out among the crowds, I'm seeing a lot of soul glow out there today. You know, those of us who live in the spirit world, we look upon the earth and we judge the vibration of the earth by the soul glow. And when we see a lot of soul glow, that means that there's a lot of light coming off of you humans. Well, it makes us very happy because it means that you're making spiritual progress and that you're moving forward in your lives. Well, for those of you who feel a little fearful today, say, well, I don't know if I'm making progress. Don't worry, the spirit world is here to help you. So be calling upon us, and we'll be sure to come and give you a little hand. Well, speaking of a little help, we got a few people here be wanting to speak to you today. So I'll be stepping from our medium's body and let them come in and use this space. Well, this is Fletcher, over and out. Good day. I must echo Fletcher's words. He said that there is much soul glow upon the earth. And it is true. From our vantage point in the spirit world, we look upon the earth and we see humanity. In our world, our perceptions are different than those of the earth. We can see larger areas. Our eyes are not limited. Over here in the spirit world, we also have machines, scanning machines. You might think of them as a computer interface, though they're far more advanced. They allow us to tune into various areas on the earth for observation. Now, when we say observation, do not fear. We are not spying on you and getting into your personal business. We look at it more from the place of energy transference. When we look upon the earth, we can see where there are places of aggression, where there could be a coming war. We can also see places of great love, where there's compassion and healing. And from our vantage point, we know where to work and where to go. Know that all about you are many spirits. The spirit world is not limited in its ability to go to any place at any time. We can reach across the great divide. The only difference between your world and our world is that our world is at a higher vibration. This is why you do not see us or hear us when we come into the earth. Our frequency oscillates at a much higher range. This is why we use mediums to speak through. For the medium has a physical presence in this world, and we can electrically control the vibration of the body. We work with the nervous system and the impulses of the body, that we might manifest our voices through this voice box. If I were to step out of our medium and stand beside him and speak now, you should not hear me. You should be silent, and you would see him, perhaps his mouth moving, but you would hear no sound. For us in the spirit world, we must lower our vibration to materialize here. Occasionally there are mediums who have a higher frequency, that we can pull enough power from them, that we can manifest independent of a medium. This is called direct voice phenomena or materialization. Some of you have been in homes that have had spirits where you have seen orbs of light fly across the room. Some of you have actually seen bodies walk through your room. This is because those spirits are able to lower their vibrations significantly enough to be connected to the material world. There are two substances. There's the material world, and then there is the spiritual world. The spiritual world is similar, except that it is a much higher frequency. The material world is a denser vibration. If you were to think of it this way, you might perhaps look at a fan. Do you know a fan like you turn on to cool a room? You have blades on a fan that spin about, bringing air currents into a room. When the fan is off, the blades appear solid, for the density of the vibration is slowed. But if you turn the fan on, the higher the speed, the blades become almost invisible, and you do not even hardly see the individual blades. It looks as if they are clear. This is because they are at a higher frequency. It is the same principle with us in the spirit world. When we come to the earth, we lower our frequency. It is as if the fan's volume of speed is turned to a lower level. That allows us to be more physically present. It takes a lot of energy exchange, however, for us to do that. And so we find it much easier for all involved and better for clarity in communication to channel through mediums. Some of you watching this today are saying, "Dear, how could I let this happen? Could it be possible that I could be a channel?" We will that many people should be channels on the earth. By allowing yourself to become a channel, it brings a closeness between our world and your world. And if we can channel through you, we can bring greater joy to you and to those around you. Some of you are fearful and say, "But what if I become possessed?" Please try to understand that possession is by wayward spirits. You can only be possessed by spirits that are unruly and violent. They are troublesome souls. It is true that in the spirit world there is the darker regions, but most of those souls are contained there and do not have the ability to move about. It is those souls that are on the earth that are troubled and distressed, that create the havoc. In the spiritualist movement, I used to be a member of this when I was upon the earth. They used to say, "As above, so below. As below, so above." They used to also say, "Like attracts like." And what these sayings mean, that if your frequency is at a certain vibration, you will draw to yourself that vibration. This is why the spiritualists encourage people to keep their mind high. They said high thinking, clean living. These sort of behaviors draw to oneself the good spirits. And so if you are fearful of channeling, first start with your relationship to our world. If you spend your time in communion with us, speaking to us, getting to know us, calling upon us, you will draw to yourself those spirits that are in harmony with your nature. And then when you begin your channeling process, it will not be terrifying, for you will draw through yourself those spirits that are in harmony with your frequency. This medium, for example, brought me through. I was a wayward soul in my younger day, and in the spirit world I struggled. Because this medium had a compassion on struggling souls, I was able to make a connection with him. And it was through his mediumship that I was able to cross over from the region of darkness into the region of light, and thus elevate my soul. Now I am on the path of redemption and of light, and I give my life and spirit to service of humanity. I work as a spirit guide to this medium, but also to others around the earth. So, when you seek communion with our world, understand that for those of you who are feeling called to be a channel, do not fear the process. Begin to develop a relationship, and in so doing you will find comfort in us. Our medium has no trepidation at allowing us to come through his vibration, for he knows us well and we know him. And so it is a partnership, not a possession. As I said earlier, the wayward souls create possession, and this usually occurs when a soul is weak-minded, given to addictions, and draws to oneself unsavory characters. And if you think of having a low mind and low behavior, then you will draw to yourself low spirits. Those of you who seek to serve humanity, who seek to do good, you shall not have this struggle. So do not fear. The darkness will not overtake you. There are others who wish to speak. Fletcher's asking me to step from the body. I thank you for allowing me to come here today to visit with you. My name is Alfred. Greetings, my dears. My name is Rose. I tell you, whenever I have the opportunity to come and visit with you of the earth, it brings me the greatest of joy. And when I get to listen to the exalted souls such as Fletcher and Alfred, well, I tell you, it enlivens my mind and brings great peace to me. Peace is something that is very much lacking upon the earth today. There are many souls who are troubled, who are fearful, and they wonder, is there hope for humanity? My dear, humanity has lost its way in many circumstances because humanity has looked to humans only for the answers. But do you know that when you come into the earth, you take upon you a veil over your very consciousness, and that veil limits your ability to have expanded knowledge. Now you might say, well, Rose, why is it that one would have such a veil? If one is to truly immerse oneself in the earth experience, one must have the connection to the earth and sever somewhat the tie to the spirit world. In so doing, one can fully understand this realm of existence. Now, because you temporarily sever your connection does not mean that you cannot have help from our world. In fact, you make soul agreements that you will always have access to us in times of need. And so when there are times of disquietude, times of anxiety, these are times when you must re-establish your connection with our world. This is the time that you wish to call upon us and say, Spirit world, help me. We're only a whisper away, my dear, and if you will seek our guidance, we shall be there for all of you. My dears, do not think that it requires sanctity and holiness. All it requires is desire to commune with us, and we shall be there. There are some of you here today listening, and you say, Rose, I'm all alone. All my family and friends have abandoned me. I have no love. I don't even know if I should go on. My dear, do you all know that we of the spirit world are even closer than you can imagine? But you must turn from self-pity to self-awareness. Self-awareness means that you recognize that you are a spirit being. It is true that temporarily you're in a physical form, but that is only temporary, my dear. Your true nature is that of a spirit. And so if you dig into your depths, you will find the light, and you will connect again with our world. I hope that those of you today who are wandering about in despair, fearing the worst, will know that we of the spirit world can intervene. Call upon us. Let us hear your problems. Share your joys with us as well. We like to hear good news, but we also understand that there's much struggle. If you wish to have peace in your lives, you must have the balance between being a material person as well as a spiritual person. This is a lesson, unfortunately, it took me a lifetime to learn. I wish to spare so many of you the struggles that I had. As many of you know, in my life I was very wealthy and very, I suppose, self-absorbed. And even though I had met the spiritualists, I mocked them and thought them rather daft. But the truth is they had knowledge that could have helped me in my own life. And it wasn't until I died and arrived here in the spirit world that I came to understand the folly of my ways, that I had rejected truth in my life that could have advanced my soul. Please understand that each day you make a choice to grow your soul closer to the light or away from the light into the darkness. And as Alfred was saying earlier, high-minded principles are important. So if you will even just call upon us, say, Rose, come and help me. Spirit world, come and help me. That very act raises your consciousness and brings you closer to the light. Now some of you are going to say, but Rose, I've been such an evil person in my life. I've done so many horrible things. I cannot be redeemed, can I? Oh, my dear, you're the very souls that we want most of all. If you've done evil things and hurtful things and been vicious and nasty, my dears, do not hold on to that. Let it go and know that we of the spirit world have compassion. All of us who serve as spirit guides have been human ourselves. It's a requirement that one have at least one lifetime to be of service in this capacity. Yes, my dears, we're very close to you, and we understand the struggles of humanity. Do not judge yourselves harshly. If you've done wrong, recognize it and make a vow today that you'll set it aside and ask for our help. We will not reject you. We shall embrace you and help you to move beyond that place of pain. So do call upon our world. We're here for you, my dears. We're only a whisper away. Do call upon us. Fletcher says the medium's power is starting to wane, and I do feel it starting to go. So I shall not stay much longer in the body. But I do thank you for receiving me today, and I do hope that you will remember our world. Oh dear, the power is starting to go, and I feel myself going with it. Do call upon me, and know that I will come to you. My name is Rose. Well, Tubies, I'm back from channeling. I love to channel. Whenever I channel, it uplifts my energy. It renews my soul. And I'm so glad to be here with you. And I hope that you've enjoyed this. Listen, if you like this, want to learn more about my work as a psychic and a medium, you might want to check out my website, PsychicBob.com. I'll have that link below. But you might want to pick up my book, Messages from Rose. This is about my work as a medium and as a channel. That's available over at PsychicBob.com. And I have a tab there that says bookstore or books. So if you go there, you can pick up this book. I also have other books, Ouija Mysteries, The Spirit Board Seances, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom, and a few others over there. So I hope that you will go over to PsychicBob.com and check those out. Guys, listen, thank you for being here. You guys rock. By the way, also, while you're at my website, make sure to get my free painting. This is the last day it will be available. This is called Moving Forward. Every week I do a painting and release it on my website for free download. So you can go get this, download it. There are directions how to do it. Print it out. You know, some people said, Bob, I printed out your painting. I've stuck it on my refrigerator. I'm so honored. Some of you said you took it and framed it and gave it as gifts to friends, and they love it. So if you like modern art, you might want to get this painting. This is called Moving Forward. It's a modern abstract piece by me, and it's got my signature. Also, make sure to visit my merchandise store right below this video. You should see I have Psychic Bob t-shirts and artworks over there of t-shirts on t-shirts, so check it out. Guys, thanks for being here. I love all of you. Listen, keep it here at Spiritual. We got more coming. Tomorrow is Sunday. Be here at 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. We're going to do a live stream broadcast where I do free psychic readings. We call that Psychic Bob's Sunday Hangout. So if you want to hang out with me, we're going to have some fun, talk about spiritual things, and I'll do some readings. Make sure to be here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 Eastern, 6 Central Time, 5 Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. For those of you in Europe, it's midnight London time, 1 a.m. Paris time. If you're up late and want to be part of our scene, we hope you'll do it. So we'll see you back here tomorrow for that. And until then, please help me out. Like this video. Please give me thumbs up, favorite it, share it with your friends. You can post this on your Facebook. Tell people about what we do here at Spirit Channel. Every day, 7 days a week, you get a video from Psychic Bob. So Saturday is our Saturday seance. We hope you'll be here again next week for our next seance. And we'll see you tomorrow night for our Sunday night hangout. You guys rock. I love you. Thank you for your support. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see yesterday's video, go check it out. It's in the queue right before this one. We talked about how to make a giant magical blue scroll. And so if you didn't see that, check it out. It's pretty cool. People really like that. All right, guys, we'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may all of you always... Oh, wait, one more thing. Put some comments in the box below. Tell me what you think about the spirit messages. Did you resonate with them? Let me know. Comments below. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, may all of you always, what do we say? Blessed be.